We outside living proof. Prophesying this place up in smoke like that nigga Snoop. Same crackers had you in slavery, telling you get a noose. We got them same crackers coming bowing down, kissing boots, licking dust. Come get with us and you get this truth. Don't ask why I don't go to church. Ask Dylan Roof.
He's been studying this, the alphabet thing. He says he knows about the secret societies. I said, well, who runs the secret societies? Is it black and Latinos?
What's the basis behind that information? What's the like benefit of knowing that information? Like the secret societies.
Knowing truth and falsehood, you know which way to move and maneuver through the world.
That's true. I agree.
Being influenced by the negative energy and the evil.
I believe that. So are you saying you're learning about that to stay away from it? Or you're learning about it to warn people about what you're learning about? Okay. I can agree to that. Because I actually went down a rabbit hole, as they call it, and learned about all that stuff and the rituals and the cult and Freemasonry and all that type of stuff. Obviously, you have a different viewpoint of life. And obviously, you know, okay, well, you see certain things on TV with celebrities and sports and whatever you want to call it. People get propped up into a high position because they probably went through those doors and went down that route. You know what I mean? But would you say you believe in the Bible though? You do? Okay. So would this be your foundation of your walk in life or what? Okay. Okay, great. Give me that in Matthew 7. What's your name, bro? Caden? Cada? All right. Let me read you something real quick. Matthew 7 and 13? No, 13. Go ahead.
Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Enter at the straight gate, read.
For wide is the gate,
Uh-huh.
and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Broad is the way that leads to destruction. Exactly.
Go through it.
But what's the broad way to destruction?
Say that again.
What's the broad way to destruction? This is Jesus Christ talking. He said there's the narrow way to go, but the broad is the way to destruction. What's the broad way to destruction in this context, or what you would think that is?
It's the way that many are going.
This,
It's the way of the world.
yeah, worldly ways, right? Basically contrary to God's ways, right?
Of course.
Great, go ahead.
And many there be which go in thereat.
Many go.
Only few go through
And that's exactly what we're going to. So you'll be somebody that has the outlook of, okay, let me just dig a little deeper, even though it might be a negative, aspect of seeing how people operate. Like, damn, they're wicked as hell. But it's good to know about because, okay, I know what not to do and what not to get involved with. You know what I mean?
You know these things, it gives you a different perspective than most people.
That's why I said earlier.
Things in a different light.
That's what I'm saying. Yep, exactly.
I mean, then you can kind of escape
the Matrix, as they call it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're familiar, brother.
It's everywhere though. I mean, even though you try to awaken others, and sometimes it feels like a futile effort. You know what I mean? Because
That's true.
though they may agree with you at that time, the forces is still so big and it's so widespread that it's only temporarily for certain individuals.
Absolutely.
They go back to it.
That's that, and that's why it says what? Many are called, but few are chosen.
Exactly.
So you can get the information. There could be a class like at the beginning of the school year in college. People sign for certain classes. There'll be 40 people in the class. 2 weeks go by, might be 35 people.
Exactly.
2 months go by, might be 20 people. There's only people that are chosen mentally to stay that path, and that's the same thing biblically. So if we all believe, I'm not saying you believe in what we believe in, but just a biblical context of being righteous, people are going to fall on the wayside because they get distracted by the worldly aspects of life.
It's the physical and the spiritual.
You're right.
The physical outweighs the spiritual because
Not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily.
The true essence and godly essence, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in a worldly way, it does.
Yeah.
Because Jesus fed the 5,000 people, right?
Yep.
Right after that, he walked on water.
Yep.
Then right after that, he tried to give them the true spiritual teaching.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? All of them deserted him except for the 12.
Yeah.
Went from 5,000 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an example of what's going to happen in the world and in our time. You can feed all the people you
be
want
Romans
with
8
the
and
physical
6.
things, but as soon as it comes to the spiritual things, they ain't going. It's far and few between who's going to accept it.
True.
And hold on to it to the end. You know.
Absolutely.
What I mean? So that grabbed my attention. That's why I came to speak to you.
Definitely.
Because I agree that we should have that underfoot.
Absolutely, it's under my foot. You know, 'cause it's a lie. It's probably the most diabolical lie on this side of the hemisphere ever.
That
But
still
the thing
affects
is,
us.
what did you just say, man? The physical counts for nothing. It's all
The
about
flesh
the
profiteth
spiritual.
nothing. Yeah.
Right. The fleshly things and the physical things, the worldly things. All that is temporary.
Uh huh.
You can't see past that and see what's going to happen after, because we only here temporary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After that, the next thing is forever.
Well, but heaven's going to be on earth though. So we just to read this first. We believe biblically in regeneration. So our spirits occupy another vessel later on down the line, and we come back as a different vessel. It says that in the Bible. We can get that in a second. Do you believe that though? Because that's what Christ says about who? John the Baptist, right?
I believe that there is a second life and a second death.
What's the second life?
Second life is eternal.
And where is that lived at though? Because if you die, it's not really life, right? How's that work?
Your spirit never dies.
God can destroy your spirit though.
Well, if you go to the second death, then yes.
Excuse me?
If you are judged to receive the second death, then yes. If you are judged to receive the second life, then that's eternal life.
But what's the second death then? If the second life
Second
is,
death is eternal damnation.
well, that's not what the
That's
Bible
in
says.
Revelation. It says
The Bible doesn't say that. The Bible doesn't say that. But where you at? What have you hold?
Romans 8.
Give me Romans 8 first, and then give me Revelation.
Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded,
To be carnally minded is what?
death.
Is death. That's in your flesh. Read.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Yeah. To be spiritually minded means you can be spiritual in your flesh still. Go ahead.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
And the carnal mind is against God. Why? Because of how you operate, how you live your life. Read.
For it is not subject to the law of God.
It's what?
It's not subject to the law of God.
It's not subject to the laws of God. Why is Paul saying this? Because give me Romans 7 and 7 real quick. Let's go over there. Go to the next chapter with 7 and 7.
Romans 7 and 7.
Read that.
What shall we say then?
Uh-huh.
Is the law sin?
Read.
God forbid.
Read on.
Nay, I had not known sin but by the law.
But we don't know what sin is by law. We know sin is carnal as well. Go to 14.
Verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
The law is spiritual. Why? Romans 8 says what? If you're spiritually minded, you're basically you coincide with the laws of God. To be carnally minded, you're against God and His law. That's what Paul says. So of course we can correlate death physically, but physically being alive and being dead is also a thing. Living contrary to God's laws and the will of God. That's what it says.
Revelation
20 and 4.
15.
Revelation, what you want? Was it?
14.
and 15.
Okay, Revelation 14 and 15.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Revelation 14 and 15, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud.
Revelation 14 and 15.
Yeah, it's Revelation.
I mean,
14.
no, I'm sorry. Revelation 20, verse 14 and 15.
Okay,
My
got
bad.
it. Revelation 20, 14 through 15. And death and hell were cast in the lake of fire. This is the second death.
Okay.
And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
That's the second death.
But is this a spiritual thing or something that's going to happen? How do you know?
Because your physical form, that's the first death. We only here temporarily. After that is judgment. And those who are judged according to the word and are not blessed to receive the second life are those who are thrown into the lake of fire and to receive the second death.
Has this happened yet?
But it will.
So where are the people that died 2,000 years ago?
Oh, the wicked
What happened to them?
They're waiting.
They're in purgatory, just waiting in the spirit realm.
I have no idea. It's not, but it hasn't happened yet. Just once the end of everything happens, then the judgment comes for everyone.
So everybody that's ever died before the judgment day is in the spirit world, just waiting.
It's called temporary sleep.
Okay.
That's what the Bible calls it.
Give me. Go back to where I went. Ezekiel, Ecclesiastes 33. I'm gonna show you something.
He has 3 and...
What's going on? 3 and 18.
God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are too, brother.
Ecclesiastes 3 and
Give me
Soldiers though.
Yeah, start at 16 again. Go
When
ahead.
it jump off.
Ecclesiastes
Are you gonna
3
be
and
for the
16.
Read on.
And moreover, I saw under the
I
sun
saw under the sun what?
the place of judgment.
The place of judgment. Judgment happens under the sun. Read on.
The wicked was there,
The wicked was here.
and the place of righteousness.
Uh-huh.
That
He-
iniquity was there.
That iniquity was on the earth. Read.
I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous
God's going to judge the righteous. Read.
and the wicked.
And the wicked. Where? On earth. Judgment happens on earth, not in the spirit realm.
Where does that?
This is Ecclesiastes 3.
It does not happen on earth.
That's what Solomon said.
Read that again.
Read that again. Start at 16.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. Moreover, I saw under the sun.
I saw where?
Under the sun.
Under where?
the sun.
Under the sun. Is sun on earth? Of course it is. Read.
The place of judgment.
Where?
The place of judgment.
Under the sun's the place of judgment. Is Solomon lying? Kata, is Solomon lying?
Do you think that happens before the end of the world?
I'm telling you the basis of the
That's
Bible.
question. Do you think that happens before the end of the world?
Sir, I just told you.
I'm saying.
I told you I believe in regeneration. Everybody that's ever died has came back on the earth at some point in time. That's what the Bible is. I'm gonna read it. It's going the same context, the same chapter.
No.
Sir, I'm gonna read it to you, sir.
No, you're in error. No,
Sir, all I'm gonna do is read. That's all I'm gonna do. Can I read?
Everyone lives once.
Are you
Then
sure?
to face judgment.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Are you sure, sir? Keep reading. Why you find whatever you find, I'm gonna let you read it, and we're gonna keep
And
reading.
moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Read on.
That wickedness was there.
Wickedness was on the earth under the sun. Read on.
And the place of righteousness. That iniquity was there.
Iniquity was on the earth. Again, read.
I saw in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
He's going to judge the righteous and the wicked. It doesn't say anything about the spirit world. Read.
For there is a time there for every purpose and every work.
Read on.
I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men.
Concerning the estate of the sons of men, men on earth. Read.
That God might manifest them. And they that might see that they themselves are beasts.
We're beasts in our actions, how we operate. Read on.
For that which befalleth the sons of men.
That was happens to men.
Befalleth beasts.
Befalls animals too. Read.
All flesh death, right?
Everybody dies on earth. Read.
Even one thing befalleth them.
Read on.
As the one dieth.
As one dieth.
So does the other.
So men die and animals die. That's what it's talking about. Read.
Yea, they have all one breath.
We have all one breath. Read.
So that a man hath no preeminence above a beast.
Read.
For all is vanity.
All
go to one place.
All where?
All go to one place.
All go to one place.
All are of the dust.
And
all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that go upward?
Spirit of man goes upward.
And the spirit of the beast goes downward to earth.
And give me 2nd Ezra 11. Or it should be 14:35. And then give me that in John.
Hebrews 9:27.
I know.
Just as people are destined to die once and after that face judgment.
Great.
Everyone's destined to die once.
All right, I'm gonna get that. Don't worry about it.
2nd Ezra 14.
Wait a minute. Give me Malachi 4. Give me Malachi 4.
Before you go there, what is this group here?
What do you mean?
guys?
What are Israelites?
Okay.
Israelites.
Gotcha.
You heard of us before?
Of course.
Okay. Give me that. 4 and 5.
Malachi 4 and 5. Behold, I will send Elijah.
Who?
Elijah.
Elijah. What happened to Elijah? Did Elijah die in the Old Testament?
No.
What happened to him?
He was taken.
Where'd he go?
He went up.
Okay. Read.
I will send Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great day, of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
So he didn't die, but he got taken up from.
What do you think that means when he says Elijah again?
He's gonna come. He's gonna come back on earth, as John the Baptist, as Christ said. Do you believe that?
Yes. But will it happen only through John the Baptist, or will it happen also in the last days?
It happens as much as it can. Hold on. Was John the Baptist born with mother and father?
What's that?
Was he born with the mother and father?
Yes.
But Jesus Christ said John the Baptist is Elijah, right?
Spiritually.
No. Give me that.
Physically, no. Come on now.
Sir, Jesus Christ said Elijah is John the Baptist, verbatim. He didn't say this is spiritually John. He said this is Elijah.
We're going to agree to disagree.
But do you believe the Bible, though?
Bible
We're talking about the Bible. We're not talking about what I think. We're talking about the Bible.
Your interpretation is in error, in my understanding.
That's, you can say that.
I know. I can't.
Give me Revelation 1 and 7, too. What you at?
Matthew 11, where it says,
So you believe people
Oh, yeah, Matthew
are,
11.
Yeah, I got
Matthew
it.
11.
Now, before you go there, you believe people are destined to die only once or more than once?
I believe in regeneration, sir.
So, yes or no?
I believe people regenerate on the earth. I don't believe people just die one time ever. No.
Okay, so the Bible is wrong. If people are
Your
destined-
interpretation of that is wrong.
People are only destined to die once.
Do you believe Jesus or Paul?
People, I believe the word of God.
That's Paul. That's not the word of God.
All these words are from God.
Paul's from
All of them.
Paul wrote the words of God.
Everything came spiritually from God, moved through the Holy Spirit. Everything.
Paul wrote the words of
The
God.
complete Bible
No.
was written by God's Holy Spirit.
God says, "Thus saith the Lord." That's God. That's God speaking.
Trust me.
Not Paul's writings to churches in
I
Asia Minor.
I know of you guys, and I know.
Yeah, and you have the wrong misinterpretation. Where you at?
Matthew
Give me
11.
Revelation 1 and 7.
Okay.
Hey, you guys can give me all the text that you want to give me. I understand these words.
I don't think
I understand
so.
what you guys believe, and we're just gonna.
Matter of fact, give me read that first, and then me Matthew 19.
Matthew 11 and 14.
This world will be destroyed.
Absolutely.
What?
This world will be destroyed.
No, that's not.
This
This
land.
world
America will be
destroyed.
destroyed.
America.
America's gonna be
This-
destroyed.
The earth.
Give
will
me
be destroyed.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 4.
If you believe this earth will
Are-
not be destroyed, you are definitely in error.
Okay, let's see what Solomon says.
Ecclesiastes-
Don't worry about it.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 4.
I've already
One generation.
Read this.
One generation passes away,
Uh-huh.
and another generation coming.
Another generation cometh.
But
Read.
the earth abideth forever.
So who's right? The earth abideth forever. These are words of God according to you. So who's right?
What earth is that?
Oh my God! Oh my God! So what earth's being destroyed in your eyes?
This earth that we're currently.
So what earth is abided forever?
The new earth. There's going to be a new earth and a new heaven.
What does that mean? What does that mean, sir?
I'm gonna go on that one.
Where the rules going there?
There's Revelation.
Man. Where's the state of? Hold on. Where's the state of everlasting earth at this time? That's not the context
Will there
here.
be a new earth and a new heaven, according to the scripture? Yes or
Not
no?
I said what you're talking about.
No, according to the
It's
scripture.
talking about a new rulership. That's it. Christ's gonna rule the earth.
Will there be a new earth and a new heaven?
Hold on.
Yes or no?
In Revelation 21 it says that, but I don't agree with your interpretation. I don't agree with your interpretation, sir. I don't agree with your interpretation.
I respect what
Damn,
y'all doing.
Yeah, it's all good.
bro, like-
You're in Christianity still. That's not a problem. But give me that. That's all it is. You're in Christianity.
And the thing,
That's
they don't
crazy,
understand
bro.
That the earth and the heavens and the earth, the new heavens and the new earth, new heavens, new rulership, new earth, new land. That's all it is. Like
Exactly. Has nothing to do with the physical earth being destroyed forever. That's ridiculous.
this world got to go for sure. This world will be destroyed. Meaning this eon, this time. This
Yeah, exactly.
This kingdom,
The rulership.
like,
Whoever's ruling the earth now won't be ruling the earth later. That's all it's talking about. Give me that. See how he tried to misinterpret that real quick? That's talking about the eternal. No, it's not. That's nothing. That's crazy.
What earth is that?
You gotta specify. Oh, that's talking about the everlasting kingdom. No, it's not. That's crazy, bro. But 2 chapters later, he said, "Oh no, that's not talking about." What did he say? That's everybody only dies once. Like that's ridiculous, bro. Give me that.
One generation passes away, and another coming. Another generation coming.
Read.
But the earth abideth forever.
The earth abides forever, according to Solomon. We agree with the text. We also agree with what Paul says, but we don't agree with your interpretation. Just how you say you don't agree with our interpretation. Give me Matthew 11, and then give me Matthew 19.
Matthew 11.
Because if what he's saying is true, matter of fact, give me Matthew 19 first. Because that's going to be a cold cut for what he's talking about. Out of the words of the Messiah himself. 1928, give me that.
Matthew 19 and 28.
Uh-huh.
And Jesus said unto them,
And Jesus said unto me, how shall I read?
Verily I say unto you, that ye which hath followed me in the regeneration,
In the regeneration, read.
when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones,
Read.
judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So is this talking about something in the spirit realm, the new heaven and new earth? Yeah, it is, but it's talking about the earth here. And we know that the disciples that were following him got killed. So how are they going to follow him in regeneration and sit on 12 thrones? It's all spiritual. No, that's ridiculous, bro. That is preposterous. Give me Revelation 5. And then give me Revelation 1 and 7. That's what I call for it. He's a Christian.
You want 1 and 7 first?
Either one. Revelation 1 and 7.
Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. And every eye shall see him.
And what?
Every eye shall see him.
Read.
And they also which pierced him.
And they also which pierced Christ. This is talking about when he comes back. He's going to come back on the earth and everybody's going to see him on the earth. Read.
And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Hold on, what earth is this? Come on, bro. They're going to be crying on earth when Jesus Christ comes back? They say that, but it's talking about the same earth we're on right now, bro. This is ridiculous. This is well after Christ died and ascended into heaven. He's talking about a future prophecy when he returns. This dude's crazy, bro. Give me that.
All kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
Yeah, give me what I asked for.
Revelation 5 and what?
5 and 9.
Revelation 5 and 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals.
After we went into the heavens, he unsealed the book after he died. That's why after we got scattered and lost our identity, came. Give me hold that. Ecclesiastes about, like, here's the thing. When people try to make that claim, they have to say that God's going to do more creating after the 6,000 years in the beginning, which isn't true. That's ridiculous.
He created 6 days, rested on
he
the
rested on the seventh. He's doing no more creating. He's not creating no more souls, no more kingdoms, no more nothing. So of course he doesn't get it. He doesn't have the esoteric information knowledge of the Bible. Is that it? Go to the next chapter real quick, 6 and 8. Let me see. What say? Hurt not the earth, or hurt not the. Oh yeah, here we go. 6 and 6.
Revelation 6 and 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts saying, A measure of wheat for a penny.
A measure of wheat for a penny, read.
And 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Yeah, what's the 5 say, Salak? Yeah, start at 5, Salak.
Okay, come on. Verse 5. And when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say,
Read.
Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
Read on.
And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Had a pair of balances in his hands. Read.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts
in the Greek, actually.
say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and for 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Yeah. Now our breakdown of this is talking about slavery. When is slavery? Because we were rationed off food in slavery. We didn't eat properly. You know what I mean? They gave us the scraps. They gave us the bottom of the food chain of food options. You know what I mean? And then it also says what? Hurt not the oil and the wine. The oil and the wine is the information, the doctrine. Because obviously, when we fast forward till slave times back in the 1800s, 1700s, when we started figuring out who we were, because we know when we came to America, there was still Hebrew, basically people that had remnants of Hebrew dialect and Hebrew language, things like that. There's pews with Hebrew writings on it.
In church,
in church pews. You know what I mean?
Israel Hill.
Yeah, Israel Hill in Virginia. We knew we were Israelites back in the 1600s for the most part. That's why when it says hurt not the oil and the wine, it says that there's always going to be a remnant of people that knew we were Israelites. And we fast forward to who they call Alba Bivens. The story goes, he learned who the Israelites were through a Native American man, who we also say are Israelites, of course. You know what I mean? But give me Ecclesiastes 11 and 1. That's what I want. And then give me 2nd Ezra 7 and like 30. Let me see. Start at 28. 2nd Ezra 7 and 28.
All right.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 11 and 1. Cast thy bread upon the waters.
Cast thy bread upon the waters, read.
For thou shalt find it after many days.
What's the bread? Now, if we correlate this with the New Testament, how Yahushua said he's the bread of life, but we know the bread is also referring to the word, which is Yahushua.
He is the word.
Exactly. So the bread that we cast upon the waters, because obviously, if we're in our land, we know who we are for the most part. The bread that it's talking about is us finding who we are across from where we were. You know what I mean? Being scattered abroad. But it's metaphorical. Obviously, waters can mean people, but in my personal estimation, it's talking about where we're scattered at. We found out who we were in other lands. Like I said in Deuteronomy 30, we're going to bethink ourselves. You know what I mean? Our people are going to find out who they are in different lands and places where we've been scattered, because that's how the Most High set it up. We cast our bread amongst the waters, and we're going to find it after many days. The many days is after we got put in slavery, after we lost our identity. Now we're coming back, and wherever we're scattered, find out we're Israelites. That's what it's talking about. Give me 2nd Ezra.
2nd Ezra 7 and 28. For my son, you want me to say Jesus because I wasn't there.
You can say whatever.
Okay, go on. For my son Jesus shall be revealed to those that be with him. And they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years.
Yes, keep reading. They're going to remain and rejoice within 400 years, meaning what? From the time of Ezra to Yahushua, people that were alive around the time frame he was alive, they're going to rejoice, say, hey, this is the Messiah that was prophesied about. Read.
After these years,
read.
Shall my son Christ die.
He going to die, read.
And all men that have life.
Everybody that followed the commandments at that time died, and obviously we got scattered, so of course we weren't keeping the commandments for the most part in other lands. Read.
And the world shall be turned into the old silent 7 days.
The world's going to be turned to an old silence. That's what it's referring to when you fast forward to Revelation 6 and 6. It says what? Hurt not the oil and the wine, because after Christ died, after we got scattered, we didn't keep the commandments to the full extent. That's why we got punished for everywhere we were. And we lost our identity, got put in slavery. So read that again, Salak. Read 30 again.
I'm finished 29.
Yeah, go ahead, Salak.
And all men that have life.
Read.
And the world
and the what?
In the world.
So we can take this as what? The world, the inhabited earth, or the world of Israel? Of course we're going to say the world of Israel, because it's talking about Yahushua. Read.
Shall be turned into the old silence 7 days.
The world's going to return to the old silence. The old silence is what? There's no prophets on the earth. There's no people preaching the truth. The 7 days is what? A complete number of days. It's not talking about 7 literal days. It's talking about a complete amount of time before the Most High reveals himself and puts the spirit back on people to learn the truth. That's what it's talking about. So of course people can come to us and say we have a false doctrine, false understanding. That's easy to say when we brought up in Christianity and teach a Christian doctrine. That's just basic understanding. Anybody can learn that. They have people online that teach that same nonsense, but they don't have the understanding that we have because they don't have the Holy Spirit. And they weren't taught by the true prophets of the Lord that came back around through, as we were known as Abba Vivens, who we believe or could be another version of Elijah. You know what I mean? Is that it?
And the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days.
Read on.
Like as in the former judgments.
Exactly, as in the former judgments. Why? When we got scattered in Babylon and Assyria and things like that, we had a couple of prophets in Babylon, obviously, but we were still in captivity. You know what I mean? So, of course, we weren't doing what we were supposed to do until a lot of time was passed where we got redeemed and went back to Israel. But this time, we're going to be redeemed out of America and never be in captivity again. Read. Or what you going to say?
No, I was going to say, like in former judgments, like during times under the Greeks, we didn't have nobody. Bro.
Exactly.
Even all the way to the Romans until Yahushua and John came. You know?
Exactly. But this is talking about after he dies, though, so that's why it doesn't really correlate. I'm just saying in reference to everywhere else being scattered.
From former judgments.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Former judgments from before when he walked the earth. Read.
So that no man shall remain.
And
after 7 days, the world that yet awaketh not.
Hey, the world that yet awaketh not, because we know the earth is still flourishing and kingdoms being built and people being prosperous. It's talking about the world of Israel here. Read.
Shall be raised up.
The world that at a wink of night should be raised up. Talking about what? Give me hold that. Give me Hosea 3. And read the rest of that. Hosea 6. That's what I want. Give me that. How y'all sisters doing?
Good, how are you?
We're doing blessed. Take a flyer from that brother right there. Get some information about the Israelites. Go ahead.
Hosea 6. From the top, right?
Nah, finish what I had. Is Hosea, did I have you finish that? Where's you at?
I was right here. I'm about to start 32.
That's all I want. That's all good. Give me that. Start at yeah. Sorry, at 1.
Hosea 6 and 1. Come, let us return unto the Lord. For he hath torn, and he will heal us.
Read on.
He hath smitten us, and he will bind us up.
He spent us, and he's gonna bind us up. We got put in captivity. He's gonna collect us again, like it says in Isaiah 11, and we're gonna be back in his good graces in the future. Read.
After 2 days.
After what?
2 days.
After 2 days. Now we know it's not talking about literal 2 days. It's talking about 2,000 years. Read.
Will he revive us?
He's gonna revive us. Read.
In the 3rd day.
In the 3rd day. Read.
He will raise us up.
He's gonna raise us up. That's what it's talking about. Within the 2,000 years after Christ died, we're gonna be going through affliction, and eventually he's gonna put that spirit out for us to be waking up, and obviously to seal the elect. And then the 3rd day, at the 3,000th year, wherever that comes about, we're gonna be what?
3rd day he will raise us up.
He's gonna raise us up. We're gonna be in rulership again. Read.
And we shall live in his sight.
We're gonna live in his sight. We're gonna be the rulers of the earth. We're gonna be the kings and priests, like it says in 1 Peter as well. The lively stones, the people that are the children of God. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be no damn new earth where we're gonna rule at. Are we gonna be like some like Dragon Ball Z, Planet Namek? No, that's not gonna happen, sir. That's not how it works.
Brand new earth.
Yeah, exactly. That's not what it's talking about. Earth is gonna be right here, standing right here where. Because first of all, imagine the Most High choosing the land of Israel as its holy place where his temple's at, and then destroying it and say, "Oh, we're gonna go somewhere else now." No, that's not how it works, sir. That is ridiculous. I didn't think about it at the time, but that's also a cut to what he's talking about, because the temple will be rebuilt in Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Then shall we know.
This shall we know. Read.
If we follow on to know the Yahweh. His going forth is prepared as the morning.
Read on.
And as he shall come unto us as the rain.
Read.
As the latter and former rain.
Read.
Unto the earth.
Unto the earth. That's the goal. We're already past a lot of these prophetic timelines. The only prophecies we have left, in reference to just us waking up, is the elect getting sealed. That's where we're at right now.